The cheapest Madden 18 Ultimate Team coins around. Check out GoFifaCoins.com and use code ZIRK for 5% discount on your order. What is going on, guys? It is Zirksee today with another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to show you guys my Team of the Week predictions for Week 3 in the NFL. So, we're going to start off with the offensive master, and as you guys can see, Todd Gurley, 149 total offensive yards and 3 total touchdowns. Now, I do believe that Todd Gurley is going to get this because he doesn't have that high of an overall card. He did just get a team leader, which is an 86, but I definitely believe that he can get a higher card. And also, if you guys want to get yourself a CC like this Todd Gurley or the other guys I'm going to be showing you, make sure to go to the link in the description and hit up my boy Comment Works on Twitter. So, of course, for the offensive master, we went with Todd Gurley. For the quarterback, we're actually going to be going with Jacoby Brissett. He had 273 total offensive yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, if you're expecting another quarterback to be here, hold on just a minute. I will get into that later. I'm pretty sure I know exactly who you guys are expecting. Now, we're actually going to put at the running back someone who got a gold card last week, and that is going to be Chris Thompson, 188 total yards and 1 touchdown. The Redskins actually completely destroyed the Raiders, which honestly is pretty crazy. I definitely did not see that one coming, as much as I didn't see the Jaguars win over the Ravens. That game was probably even crazier. But at the fullback, we're going to be going with Totw. I definitely think that he will get an upgrade as well because he had 41 yards. Now, here is a guy you could possibly see getting maybe the set card, and then Todd Gurley could be in the set as the running back, but I'm going to go with Stefon Diggs. He had an amazing week this week and also last week, and he didn't even get an upgradable card last week for Team of the Week, which is crazy. And this week, once again, he had a pretty similar game, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stefon Diggs is an absolute freaking tank. That man is absolutely killing it, and he had Case Keenum at quarterback, which is crazy. And the next wide receiver we're going to go with is going to be Sammy Watkins, 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams offense looked absolutely insane in that game, and Jared Goff played pretty damn good as well. And then the extra person we're going to have is going to be Chris Hogan with 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, the tight end we're going to be using is going to be Mercedes Lewis, 62 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mercedes Lewis really has not been relevant in the NFL, but he just got 3 freaking touchdowns in London, so I think that he definitely deserves to get an upgradable card for the tight end there, and that game was absolutely crazy. I don't think anyone saw the Jaguars coming out there and beating down the Ravens like they did. But at left tackle, we're going with Alejandro Villanueva, which, by the way, the Steelers, they were behind him in the, not the locker room, but in the tunnel. So people saying that the rest of the Steelers were in the locker room, you're wrong. They were standing right behind him. But Alejandro Villanueva, the only Steeler to actually be in open public sight and doing the pledge. But at the left guard, we're going to go with Clint Bowling. Center is going to be Spencer Pulley, who had a 90.4. That's pretty damn good. Right guard, Josh Klein, and a right tackle of Jawan James. Now, for those guys, they're all going to be there because of how Pro Football Focus rated them. It's very hard to decide who, which of the offensive linemen are going to get cards. So that is going to be the offense. We have Todd Gurley, Jacoby Brissett, Chris Thompson, Mike Tolbert, Stefon Diggs, Sammy Watkins, Chris Hogan, Mercedes Lewis, Alejandro Villanueva, Clint Bowling, Spencer Pulley, Josh Klein, and Jawan James. Now, for the defensive master, we're going to be going with Jadeveon Clowney. 6 tackles, 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. So I believe that pass that Brady threw was actually a fumble, and Jadeveon Clowney picked that up and scooped and scored that. So definitely, I think he deserves to get an upgradable card, and that card should be an absolute tank. Jadeveon Clowney's cards are always nasty, and if he gets an upgradable card because of 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown, that would be disgusting. At the strong safety, we're going with Monte Nicholson. He had a tackle, an interception, and a pass defense. Really, no strong safeties did anything amazing. But at free safety, we're going to be going with Josh Jones, who had 12 tackles and 2 sacks. It's pretty rare to see a safety get 2 sacks in a game, so I think that he could probably be a low gold upgrade. And then at the cornerback, this guy will probably be the highest card in the set. Darius Slay, 5 tackles and 2 interceptions. Now, if you watch it, the interceptions were really off of just the wide receivers not being able to catch the ball, but Darius Slay did have 2 interceptions, and Darius Slay is an absolute thing. Now, they did lose the game, I believe, but I believe Darius Slay can still get a Team of the Week card because 2 interceptions and 5 tackles is definitely no slouch game. Now the next cornerback we're going to be going with is going to be Terrence Mitchell. 9 tackles and 2 interceptions. So another cornerback that had 2 interceptions is going to be in my list. And then once again, another extra is going to be William Jackson III. 4 tackles, an interception, and a touchdown. So a very good game for him. He had a pick 6, and then the other 2 cornerbacks also had 2 interceptions and a decent amount of tackles as well. Middle linebacker, we're going with Wesley Woodyard, 10 tackles and a sack. Another middle linebacker is going to be Alec Ogletree, who had 9 tackles and a sack. And then right outside linebacker, we're going with Connor Barwin, who had 5 tackles and a sack. Left outside linebacker, Cassius Marsh, he had 5 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. And then Dante Fowler had 3 tackles and a sack for left end. Right end, Carl Lawson had 4 tackles and 3 sacks, so he definitely deserves to be on this. And defensive tackle is going to be Tyron Walker, 2 tackles and a forced fumble. Now this last card on here that I'm going to show you guys is possibly going to be in the game. Now I'm going to go off of speculation that I don't remember exactly what week it was last year, but they did start bringing in how they did the sets. They had 2 sets, and then they had 1 limited time team of the week card in packs. Now I definitely hope they bring it back this week. This is a maybe. There may not be limited time cards this week, but in case there is, the limited time card I'm going to be going with this week is going to be Tom Brady. 378 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a 146.2 passer rating versus the Texans in a win. Deshaun Watson played pretty damn good in that game as well. But Tom Brady, 370 yards, 5 touchdowns, definitely deserves to get a limited time card if they do have limited time cards. And I have to say, I think these sets overalls, if they bring out the limited time cards, are probably going to be 92s. And well, I hope that these sets overall go up to 92 right now. But the limited time card, Tom Brady, should probably be a 93. Now, he does have an upgrade set that makes him a 91, so he could be either a 92 if he was limited, and then they could bring out a power-up set, make him a 93, or he could be a 93, and the power-up set could take him to a 94, but that could be pretty damn interesting, and I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but I do know that we have some promos around the corner. Next month is going to be October, and we're going to be having the Halloween promo, and that is a very, very good promo for basically the entire year because there's so much stuff. Last year they did some very, very cool packs that you could open, and I believe the packs, they give you a, I don't remember exactly what it was, but you could get a Cam Chancellor, DeAndre Hopkins, you could get yourself a, I don't remember what the other guys were, but basically those packs are extremely good, and the Halloween promo is always very fun, especially with the way they've been doing it in years past, where your players grow up to like 7'6" or whatever, and they go up to like 90 overall, so it's going to be a very fun promo, and I hope they do release that very soon. But also today in Madden, we also got ourselves a new 89 overall Ezekiel Ants. I already made a video on that if you guys haven't seen that, and also they updated the Elite Token set, and the Elite Token set now, it's a pain in the ass. It's a lot harder to do now, and they added a ton of more players than you need. We're actually like 2 more, so those are going to be very more expensive, and I believe the flashbacks will actually go up in price, and also when they drop new flashbacks, those flashbacks will probably stay relatively higher now because there definitely won't be that many people doing the flashback sets. But overall, I have Todd Gurley as the offensive master, and for the defensive master, I have Jadeveon Clowney. Now, the defensive master could possibly be Darius Slay, but because of the fact that they did lose the game, and also Jadeveon Clowney did lose the game as well, but I think those 2 guys had the best defensive output, so I'm going to have to stick with them. And then if there is a limited time card, it is going to be Tom Brady with 5 touchdowns and an absolute beast of a game. He also could have gotten a team equal last week if possible, but unfortunately Tom Brady did not get that. But I do believe Todd Gurley, Jadeveon Clowney, and Tom Brady, if there is limited time cards, are going to be the Team of the Week heroes for this week. If you guys agree with this list or you think I missed anybody on this list, make sure to let me know. Of course, this doesn't account for the Monday Night Football game in case somebody absolutely goes ham. The Cowboys versus the Cardinals, I'm hoping Zeke rushes for about 300 yards tonight. But I do believe that the Monday Night Football games, they said they're going to be taking them into account, but Ezekiel Anta should have got a Team of the Week card last week. He didn't, and then we got a new Gauntlet edition, but this is before the Monday Night Football game because of the fact that Team of the Week comes out so early on Tuesday. I'd have to throw it together late that night and throw it up in the morning. I'd rather just upload it right now. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and let me know down below if you think I messed up on any of these guys or I missed out on somebody. I'll see you guys next time.